and he goes inside. He gets to the outside then, and he breaks some tackles. Once he gets to the outside, he doesn't have to do anything. He's going to put the burners on. Just an outstanding day for the youngster, the junior. If you're a Pius fan, you're going to be tickled to death because you're going to see him again. He just seems to be improving week to week, and we said earlier he has a lot of speed, and he showed it today.
And again, the Pius defense had an opportunity to tee off from quarterback Andy Mooney. The Rams could not run the ball against St. Pius 10th, and whenever they passed it, there was Brian Allen and company.
Well, Andy Mooney, what Springford had been doing most of the season is they had been rotating Andy Mooney and Steve Vanderslice. Vanderslice, of course, injured in the Owen J. Roberts game 2 weeks ago, did not play much today. Vanderslice is a more run-oriented quarterback where Mooney is a pass-oriented. Taking out Vanderslice from their offense put Pius in a position where they knew that they were going to throw the ball. Mooney is a good thrower, but you can't throw every down. The Springford Rams had trouble running the ball against Pius's defense, and that made for a long day for the Rams, who are a very injured team, have had a couple physical games, the last 3, and it's caused them some problems here late in the season.
Well, the Wing Lions go to 6-3 in the Chessmont League. The Rams drop to 3-6. And Ron and I, along with our entire PCTV crew, will have another big doubleheader for you a week from now when the St. Pius 10th Wing Lions, of course, will be on the road. We will not have that game, but we'll have Pottstown and Phoenixville. And then a game that could decide the Chessmont League Championship, Coatesville and Owen J. Roberts from Wildcat Stadium in Bucktown. Until that time, for our entire crew, another good job, guys. For Ron Reed, I'm Denny Petro saying so long from Coach Mick Stadium in Lower Pottsgrove. Again, the final score, St. Pius 10th 19 and Springford nothing. So long, everyone. Aluminum Product Sales Company offers a complete selection of vinyl and aluminum siding, awnings, and many other home improvement products. At APSCO, we have... Again, let's look for Mooney to put it up top. There was a penalty flag dropped on the play. Number 31, Rick Valreal, is being tossed out of the game for Springford. So again, that heated rivalry, and I think a lot of it stems from the fact that you have youngsters that come to St. Pius as far away as Phoenixville and Springford, Warriorsford area. So you have a lot of these kids who know each other, and it's sort of a neighborhood rivalry, even though there's a little bit of distance between the two schools.
Well, that always is a factor, but I think too sometimes when the team's losing, there's a lot of frustration at the end of the game, and you can't take the frustration out if you're trailing. It just doesn't do any good. The game's near its ending. There's 9 seconds on the clock. We just don't like to see that type of thing.
All right, so the Rams will have it 1st and 10. The ball is on the Wing Lion 41-yard line, and the timeout now in effect as Mooney goes to the sidelines to confer with Ray Kodish, the interim head coach of the Springford Rams. And again, we'll remind you one more time, our doubleheader next week. Friday night, we'll have the Pottstown Trojan, Phoenixville Phantom battle. And then Saturday, it'll be Owen J. Roberts and Coatesville. And that is a game that, of course, could decide the Chessmont League Championship.
That bang you may have heard coming down the ladder was our assistant head coach, Dave Pisoda, banging into the camera work.
Just 9 seconds left in the ball game. And as Springford still has one opportunity to perhaps get on the scoreboard here this afternoon. The deepest penetration they had was down to the 27-yard line.
See a happy Bill Rogers on the field, congratulating his team people. Bill does a fine job here at St. Pius 10. He's been one on the staff here for 6 years now. He's been in the community here for over 20. Does an outstanding job with the youngsters.
All right, on their last try, Mooney trying to get off a desperation heave. Scoreboard clock has come to 0 as he's sacked back in his zone territory by 4 Wing Lions. The cast being led by number 81, John Yergi. Brian Allen in on the stop, as was number 83, Paul Wheeler. We've come to the end of the ball game. The victorious St. Pius X Wing Lions on top, 19-0 over Springford. We'll be back with our final analysis in just a moment.
Listen up. I'll meet you in Philly.
Philly?
That's right, kid. You heard me. Philly.
Everybody goes to Rack's for the Philly beef and cheese sandwich.
2 Phillies?
Juicy roast beef, Swiss cheese, sauteed mushrooms, peppers, and onions. And only at Rack's.
Shirley! I'd rather Rex. Wouldn't you?
Visit Rack's on East High Street in Pottstown or at the Gilbertsville Shopping Center.
I'm Ron Reed.
And I'm Leo Dallas.
As an independent insurance agency, we offer you the advantage of being able to select for you from more than one company for your insurance needs. So whether it be your auto, home, life, disability, or business insurance, please be assured that we will always be competitive.
Our personalized service to you is as important to us as your rate. Therefore, for your convenience, we have extended evening hours and we are open Saturday mornings.
We are located next to the Pottstown Subaru building in Limerick. Please feel free to stop in or call at 489-3885.
Professional Pharmacy is your complete home health care center in the Pottstown area. We offer a wide range of products and services and consistently lower prices on all prescriptions. Professional Pharmacy also offers the largest selection of convalescent products in the area. We sell and rent wheelchairs, respiratory equipment, hospital beds, and walkers. We even bill Medicare and private insurance companies when eligible. Stop in today and visit our large display area. Professional Pharmacy, where you can trust your health care with us. Get the extra security of push-button on-demand four-wheel drive, plus the convenience of automatic transmission in the Subaru GL wagon. Or get the same extra measure of safety and traction in the roomy, luxurious four-door GL sedan, backed by factory-trained mechanics for the type of service and expertise you expect. For durability, reliability, and quality that's unexcelled, stop in at Pottstown Subaru and see the new and used line of Subarus. Subaru, inexpensive and built to stay that way. Denny Petro along with Ron Reed back here at Coach Mick Stadium in Lower Pottsgrove, where the final score stands. St. Pius 10th 19, Springford nothing, as the Wing Lions wrap up their 6th win of the Chessmont League season. It was the Matt Skarbeck show this afternoon. The junior running back scored 3 touchdowns, one in the first quarter on a 7-yard bolt up the middle, one in the second stanza from 34 yards away, beating the secondary with ease, and one in the fourth quarter with just less than 2 minutes remaining on a run from 28 yards away, and that one was a beauty, the 3rd touchdown.
Well, all 3 touchdowns were exciting. The last touchdown coming with less than a minute to play. He's playing the wing position on his right side. He comes back, he takes the
Gets to the line of scrimmage where he runs on the Scott King. Penalty flags all over the turf here at Coach Mick Stadium.
Both of those ball games are going to prove very interesting. Phoenixville played Westchester East last week, a very tough ball game. Pottstown, we've been seeing week to week, has been improving, and Coatesville and Owen J. Roberts could really be exciting, seeing the vaunted offense of the Raiders versus that tremendous defense of the Bucktown Wildcats.
You know, that could be a game where the Owen J. Roberts Wildcats could clinch the 84 Chessmont League title. They have an opportunity this weekend to perhaps clinch a tie, and who knows, but that could be a very big game for the Wildcats next week. Matt Skarbeck brought down by Jim Wonder as he crosses the 50 to the 48-yard line of Springford. Fine run by Skarbeck, as he has shown his prowess not only as a speedster to the outside, but he's shown it as a punishing runner to the inside as well.
Well, you know, there's only ever been 9 teams that we've said that have been undefeated in the Chessmont League's 33-year history. When we say undefeated, we're talking undefeated and untied. The Wildcats last year were undefeated, but they were tied once by these same Wing Lions. They would love to have an undefeated, untied season this year.
That is Joe Andrews, number 44, playing out of the fullback spot for John Chernesky, who's out of action today because of the flu, and he showed his enthusiasm for getting the ball as he picks up a first down on his initial carry of the ball game. Let's take a look at that run.
Pius Rooters are going to be pleased to see this young man for 2 years in the future. John Andrews, only a sophomore and one of the few sophomores to start in the Chessmont League football.
We'll take a look at that run by Andrews after this call by Janicki. Here's Andrews again, and he's got 4 yards on this try. Let's take a look at that last 10-yard pickup.
We see Andrew running out of the fullback position, takes the handoff, breaks a couple of tackles, keeps those little legs churning, and he makes some nice yardage. And there's been an unusual amount of young sophomores starting in the Chessmont this year. Pottsgrove has so many, Pottstown has a lot, Pius has a couple. It's going to really be interesting the next couple of years.
And it will be, as these teams have those youngsters garner the experience, will make them much better ball players in their junior years, and of course they'll be up there really giving it their all in their senior years of high school ball. That was Matt Minnick going nowhere as Scott King, number 76, got to him at around the line of scrimmage. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 7 for St. Pius X as Springford calls timeout with just 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go.
Scott King got some help there from Doug Culler. He just jammed the line of scrimmage there and forced Scarbeck to right in the backfield along for Scott King to put away.
Here's our Chessmont highlight schedule for this coming week. Tuesday at 7 p.m., Wednesday at 6:15, and Thursday also at 6:15, as Ron and I will be talking to youngsters from Pottstown High School and St. Pius X on the final edition of Chessmont Highlights for the '84 season. So when we return to action, the Wing Lions will have it 3rd and 7. The ball on the 35-yard line of Springford, and St. Pius X with a very commanding 12-0 lead with little time remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Well, if things hold up here for St. Pius X, they're going to stay in that cluster of teams tied for 3rd with a 6-3 Chessmont League record. On the other hand, Springford is going to drop to 3-6, but they are a good 3-6 team that have had some problems the last several weeks.
Janicki sends Pufnak wide to the right side. The wing back is Scarbeck, who wears 26. Scarbeck in motion. The handoff goes to Minnick, number 23, and Minnick over the 30 to the 29-yard line, and they'll be awfully close to the first down. And they'll be shy by about a half a yard, and of course they're going to go for it. If they can pick it up, that should just about solve this game away for St. Pius X. Janicki on the keeper, and he appears to have fought his way for the first down as the Rams came on to try and throw him back. An apparent late hit by Jim Wonder is being counseled now by one of the officials, is to say that's a no-no. And it is a first down for the Wing Lions as Janicki just picked it up by the nose of a football. So with a 12-0 lead and 52 seconds left here in the ball game, the Wing Lions will up their Chessmont League mark to 6. Their overall record to 7-3, while the Rams will drop to 3-6 in the league, 4-6 on the '84 season. That's Scarbeck behind a block from John Yergi. Scarbeck racing for the corner, and he's going to go in for the score. Touchdown, that's Scarbeck. His 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. This one from 28 yards out, and the Wing Lions lead goes to 18-0.
Well, they ran a reverse, and Scarbeck has the burners. He gets to the outside, he shifts those hips a little bit, and he gets into the end zone. It's a late touchdown here with 32 seconds in the 4th quarter remaining, and that is going to ice the cake for the Wing Lions of St. Pius X.
Let's take another look at the touchdown by Scarbeck, his 3rd of the afternoon.
He's out here in the wing position in the lower part of our screen to the right. He takes a counter step, gets to the inside, gets those hips outside, puts a move on, and races to the end zone, and nobody's going to catch him when he gets out there. It's a big day for Matt Scarbeck, the outstanding junior prospect here at St. Pius X.
So it is 18-0 in favor of the Wing Lions with just 32 seconds left in the ball game, and a very dejected group of youngsters heading back to the Twin Boroughs of Spring City and Royersford as They came today to play, but, well, really couldn't muster the enthusiasm and the spirit needed to go up against this Wing Lion ball club who, well, might be missing Jim McCoy a bit as far as the flamboyant part of their offensive attack, the aerial game, but they did the job on the ground here this afternoon as Wing Lions have called timeout, and Coach Jim Mick out there talking to his ball club. Sort of an odd situation, Ron, for a team to call timeout leading 18-0 with just 30 seconds left in the ball game.
Well, they haven't put the points up on the board, so I'm not so sure he got in there. Somebody may be saying he stepped out of bounds. I don't know what the call is. They're sorted out on the field, but the indication is that St. Pius X did not really go in and score.
Okay, well, we'll get back to that in just a second. Again, next week's doubleheader, Phoenixville and Pottstown, and Coatesville and Owen J. Roberts. The Coatesville Owen J. Roberts clash, a battle that could decide the Chessmont Championship. Well, all right, the points did not go up on the board. They're going to say it's first and goal to go. They are going to say
go on the board.
They will count it. Okay. So Carl Janicki, his extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So it is 19-0 Wing Lions, and St. Pius X will now go to 6-3 on the 84 season in Chessmont League play. And again, there's Father McGuire, the principal here at St. Pius X High School, just walking the sidelines now. And he's a man who's given us a tremendous amount of assistance in our 4 telecasts this season here from St. Pius X. Again, this is the Wing Lions' final home game of the 84 year. They'll close out the season on the road, tangling with Great Valley a week from today. And then on Thanksgiving Day, they'll travel to Pottsgrove to meet the Falcons.
Father McGuire has a real lot of interest in athletics here at the school. He is a jock at heart himself. One of the few principals since I've been around this high school that likes to be on the sidelines with the team. He just really enjoys athletics, and we thank him for all the accommodations he gives us.
Well, as the Wing Lions prepare to kick off here, there was an unsportsmanlike penalty called against St. Pius X, so Janicki will kick off from his own 25-yard line, and the Rams perhaps with one final opportunity to maybe salvage some pride and perhaps pray for a long run back as Jim Wonder will come up short, and they send Scott Hiley deep for Springford. 19-0 Wing Lions, just 32 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Janicki's deep boot taken by Hiley at his own 29-yard line. Hiley running out of room with which to maneuver. It's number 14, Chris Schwab, came up to put the hit on him about the 32-yard line of Springford. Still 26 seconds left in the ball game, and look for Andy Mooney to put it up top.
We have another late marker here on the field. I'm not sure they're still sorting this one out, but it did not happen right at the point of attack. They're going to call an unsportsmanlike conduct on St. Pius X for some extracurricular activities away from the play, and these type of things should not happen.
All right, don't forget Sunday, November 18th here at St. Pius X High School, their annual bazaar taking place between the hours of 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. There'll be ethnic foods, crafts, fun and games of all sorts. And don't forget, if you stop out at the bazaar, you'll have a chance to win a Cabbage Patch doll, a Care Bear, or a bicycle. I know a Care Bear's your favorite, Ron.
Yeah. I like the live ones to hug.
Mooney for Costello, the pass complete, and Costello did not get out of bounds, so the clock still running, and there's 9 seconds left as they move the chains of Springford first down, and the Rams exercise their final timeout of the ball game.
PCTV.
We'll play Stump to Dunce in just a minute. 2nd and 9. And Matt Minnick stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Number 31, Val Real, and Hiley in on the tackle for Springford. Loss of a yard, it'll be 3rd and 10 for the Wing Lions.
Lost at about a yard, right?
6:42 showing on the scoreboard clock as the Wing Lions working with a 12-0 advantage. That is Janicki. Good pass deep downfield for Pufnock, and Pufnock just turned the wrong way. When he turned back, his eyes in the sun, and maybe he was even a bit surprised that Janicki showed the prowess that he exhibited near the end of that first half with the arm.
Pufnock had his man beat there. It looked like he had a couple steps on Jimmy Wonder, and I don't think he saw the ball. The trajectory of the ball was thrown on the line. It didn't get a lot of loft on it, and the sun was a little hard for Pufnock to pick it up.
Here we are. Speaking of passing, what Chestmont quarterback holds the record for career passing yards? The question again, what Chestmont quarterback holds the record for career passing yards? Now, that's a pretty easy one, Ron. We're going to get
anytime it's too easy, then you make some error. You know, certainly I have to consider Don Strock, the outstanding quarterback on the 1970 Owen J. Roberts football team, who was one of the 9 undefeated teams in the 33-year history of the Chestmont League. Tommy Schumann, who played in that same game, is a strong consideration. I'm going to come back to it.
It is 3rd and long for the Lions. John Rickey with just one man to beat. That is Costello, and he brings him down with a fine tackle after Rickey picked up 10 yards on the carry. So it'll be 4th and 14 for St. Pius 10th as Janicki drops back to kick it away.
I'd also consider Lance Viola, who was an outstanding quarterback for these Springford Rams in the late 70s, who then went on to Villanova to star in baseball at the university down there.
All right, we'll give Ron a few more minutes here to think about it before we punch up this afternoon's answer. Janicki, a booming punt, and that is going to roll into the end zone. So it'll be brought out to the 20-yard line on a touchback, and with a break in the action, the score at St. Pius 10-12, Springford nothing.
Pottstown Volkswagen proudly introduces the all-new and exciting 1985 Golf, the new definition of hatchbacks, designed for those who seek spirited performance with a comfortable ride in a spacious interior. Also, the new 1985 Jetta, designed with sophisticated engineering features, outstanding road handling, and exceptional comfort and roominess. And the 1985 Quantum Wagon, that handles crisply and performs superbly with an extremely spacious cargo area and sedan-like comfort. See all of the new 1985 Volkswagens today at Pottstown Volkswagen.
Back here with third quarter action, the Rams on a 1st and 10 try from the 20 give it to Rick Valreal, and he picks up 5 yards on the play to the 25-yard line where he was stopped by Joe Szynski. So it's 2nd and 5 for Springford, and with Andy Mooney, number 14, the 6'4" quarterback, calling the signals. Quick hitter to the tight end, number 81, Drew Kohler. And Kohler picks up the first down with plenty of room to spare. Number 14, Chris Schwab, made the stop for the Winged Lions. So it's 1st and 10 Springford. And Ryan, how about a few more potential answers?
Well, I'm thinking here during the breaks between the play, and I also, you guys could stump me. It could possibly even be a Mike Caffrey, who's playing so well over Owen J. And he doesn't throw the ball that often, but when he throws it, he scores a lot of touchdowns, gets a lot of yardage.
Rick Valreal on the 1st and 10 carry. And Valreal reels off 8 yards. So Springford showing a little bit of life here in the third quarter.
Would you be kind enough to let me know whether it happened in the 80s or the 70s?
Let's say it happened somewhere in the 33-year history of the Chestmont League.
Okay. Rife from Phoenixville. I'm going to take that's my guess. Steve?
All right, we're going to ask for your answer after the next play. On 2nd and short, Rams are stacked up at the line of scrimmage as Mark Yerge, number 78 and number 44, right linebacker Joe Andrews made the stop. All right, Ron?
I'm going to say Steve Rife from the Phoenixville Phantoms. He played in that team with Ricky Cranack, who later went on with Pittsburgh and the Eagles.
Okay, let's see if you're right. What Chestmont quarterback holds the record for career passing yards? The answer is Steve Rife of Phoenixville, 4,155 yards from 81 through 83.
That is fabulous, and that came to me late.
Scott Hiley off the left side, and Hiley picks up the first down. The 3rd and 3 try as Joe Szynski came from the middle to his far right to make the stop.
I would like to comment, our viewing public doesn't realize that we have little earplugs in our ears as we're doing this, and it's really insulting when our executive producer says to you in between plays, "Who told you?" Nobody told me. I knew that, and I'm very proud that we got that answer correct.
3:25 left here in the third quarter. The Rams on the move. Mooney on the outside for Drew Kohler. And Kohler brought down at the 40-yard line after a pickup of 6. So the Rams in some, picking it up chunk by chunk, but they have it on the move for their first consistent drive of the afternoon.
Well, certainly trailing 12-0 with 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter, they certainly are not out of this ball game. If they can put some points on the board, they're right back in it because they'd only be one score behind. And they are beginning to pick up some huge chunks of real estate.
Val Rio, the lone setback behind Mooney. Play fake. And Mooney will not get the pass off as Mark Yerge, number 78, just wrestled him down back around the 49-yard line of St. Pius X. And a little bit of a heated exchange between the pair. Both pretty big fellas.
Well, it appeared that Yerge was asking Mooney where they were going to have Thanksgiving dinner out there in the field. And they seemed to have a little bit of a disagreement about which house they would have it at.
And speaking of Thanksgiving, PCTV will have the annual Turkey Day clash between Pottstown and O&J Roberts as our feature this coming Thanksgiving '84. Of course, still plenty more action coming your way right here on your spot for sports and more, PCTV. So it is third down and 12 for the Rams following that sack by Mark Yerge of Andy Mooney. Pitch goes to Hampton. Hampton with a blocker in front of him, still going. And he may have enough for the first down. So good run by Hampton of the Springford Rams.
A lot of credit to Hampton. He gets to the outside there. He gets down the sideline, and he breaks a couple tackles. And really, if he would have broken one more tackle and kept his balance, he'd be in the end zone. He's going to bring up a 4th and 3.
If your group or organization, or even yourself, ever needs any screen printing work, give Preston Miller a call. Whether it's t-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, caps, or even truck lettering, you can count on Miller Screen Printing and Truck Lettering. The people who do our screen printing work and do a fine job, too. Well, he's shy of the first down by a couple of yards. And on the short snap to the up back, Val Rio, he picks up enough for the first down, but a penalty flag on the play.
Well, this is going to be a key call here. It depends whether the Rams came offside or whether they pulled the Lions off, because if they pulled the Lions, it would be a first down, but they're going to be marking it off against the Rams.
So that'll make it 4th and 7 as the penalty will negate a potential first down by Springford. As they went with the short snap to the up back, the blocking back on the punt team, Val Rio, he picked up enough for the first down, but again, the penalty will cancel that first down tryout. Low snap, Taverner saves it, gets the kick away. Pufnak will watch it roll lazily down to about the 20-yard line where it's down by Springford Scott Hiley. So the Wing Lions will have it 1st and 10 at that point with 1 minute and 47 seconds remaining here in the third quarter, and they own a 12-0 lead. Senior Appreciation Day here at Coach Mick Stadium, and part of the Senior Appreciation Day was the presentation of carnations by members of the bands to their parents, and there is again another enthusiastic crowd urging the Wing Lions on here at Coach Mick Stadium. 1st and 10 for the Wing Lions as they go from their own 20. Janicki gives it off to Matt Minnick, and Minnick will pick up 5 yards to the 25, and it'll be 2nd and 5 for St. Pius X as the Wing Lions, who for the better part have kept it on the ground this afternoon, will try to mix it up with Minnick, Scarback, and John Rickey.
Well, the Rams certainly intent here in trying to keep the Wing Lions deep in their own territory. I'm sure they like to get their hands back on the football.
Mike Reagan split wide to the right side. Wing back is Scarbick, number 26. Penalty flags fly. Perhaps a delay of game call against the Wing Lions. We'll have to wait and see.
They took an awful lot of time on that cadence, and it does appear it's going to be marked against them for a delay of the game. Trying to pull the Rams off sides, they hurt themselves. That's going to be the call.
All right, so it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Wing Lions as the ball goes back to the 20. And again, Ron, real quick, I know that you're very vehement about people coming out to the games. Fine crowd here in Senior Appreciation Day, and I know you'd like to see more fans out at the upcoming games that not only we'll cover, but all the games around the league, and we'll get your comments on that after this play. Scarbeck in motion to the near side. Matt Minnick. And the little dynamo evades the pressure, picks up enough for the first down, gets past Scarbeck. Finally, he's going to be hauled down by Tommy Pufnock and John Yergi, but not until he picks up the first down and then some more. So the Rams will have their best opportunity this afternoon to put some points on the board as they have the ball inside the 25-yard line of St. Pius X, their deepest penetration of the afternoon.
Well, Mooney beginning to run the football now. We see Mooney go back to throw the football. He's in a passing down. He gets some pressure from Andrews, the linebacker. He gets to the outside. There's no containment there. He breaks the tackle. He leaps over one, and he gets a real nice gain. Puts Springford in a good scoring position.
Ball at the Wing Lion 24. Mooney. Pass attempted for Kohler. Or check that. That was John Hampton, number 84. Ball a bit too low, and Hampton could not get a good grasp on it. So the incompletion makes it 2nd and 10 for Springford as they go from the St. Pius X 24-yard line.
That wasn't one of Andy Mooney's better throws that time. He was under some heat, and he kind of pushed the ball rather than set his feet and throw the ball. He's having trouble getting his feet set with timing and being able to deliver the ball the way he can throw it.
5:17 left in this contest. Rams need a score to get back into it. Mooney for Wonder. Pass behind him. And Matt Scarbeck had a better chance of maybe hauling it in via the interception route than did Wonder, the intended receiver.
The 85 Hondas have arrived at Pottstown Honda, but you've got to hurry because they're going to move fast. See the new 4-door Accord LX and the limited special 4-door Accord Special Edition. Stop in and see our good buddy Larry Albira and friends at Pottstown Honda, Route 422, east of Pottstown. 495-7077 to call about your Honda.
Andy Mooney looks over the situation and decides to call timeout. And wisely so, as the Wing Lion defense presented a coverage that he hadn't seen this afternoon. So it'll be 3rd and 10 when the Rams come out of this timeout. They have the ball at the Wing Lion 24. And again, their best chance of scoring this afternoon. Breaking the action, the score, St. Pius 10-12, Springford nothing.
You know, I used to spend my fall and winter weekends sitting home watching TV. Until my friend Sam told me about three-wheeling and getting outdoors in the fresh air. Sam also told me that Kawasaki makes the most dependable and durable three-wheeler around. So I went down to Leisure Equipment to check them out. Made a fantastic deal on a KD250. Couldn't believe the low prices. Let's face it, Sam was right. By the way, meet Sam.
See all the Kawasaki's at Leisure Equipment, Route 724, Parker Ford.
How are you going to spend your weekends?
It's 3rd and 10 for Springford. Mooney drops back, being harassed, and he's going to be nailed for a big loss by number 13, the Wing Lions, Brian Allen. Brian Allen with his 2nd sack of the afternoon, and the Rams, who had in pretty good field position, are now going to be looking at 4th and very long.
And that was a real big play by Brian Allen and by Yergi. They just put the heat on Mooney, so they were like a dart. They were right in the backfield as Mooney was going back, and that was a real big play by Brian Allen and Yergi. Real fine effort.
Clock running, 4:33 left here in the 4th quarter. As the Rams, with perhaps one last desperation try, will go for it. 4th and long, Mooney gone for it all, and he goes nowhere. As Brian Allen again was the first man that got to him with an assist from Joe Szynski, and the Wing Lions will take over on downs because of their tremendous defensive pressure on the Springford quarterback. So again, Ron, a case of the Springford offense not being able to contain.
We get an opportunity to look at Brian Allen's big defensive play. We're going to see him at the right side of the screen. He's coming, and he just gets to him, and he just brings him down, and it's just 2 big plays back-to-back by the defensive end, Brian Allen.
Wing Lions start 1st and 10 from their own 44. That is, let's pick up the ball carrier's number. That was John Rickey, number 17, the ball carrier. And let's take a look at next week's PCTV doubleheader schedule. We'll have the Phoenixville Fan and Pottstown Trojan clash. And the second half of that doubleheader will be the Coatesville Red Raiders and the O&J Roberts Wildcats. Another big weekend of PCTV in store for you. Matt Scarback will lug the leather, and as he
himself into a lot of trouble. This is a 3rd and a mile situation for St. Pius 10. Springford's defense and Pius's penalty has really put them in a long situation.
Cliff knocked the wide out to the left. Handoff goes to number 17, John Rickey. And Rickey is going to be dropped for a loss of a couple more yards, so Janicki will have to definitely now drop back and boot it away, as Jim Wonder, number 24, will be the deep man for Springford.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see the Rams coming after this punt. They've come close to 2, but they've had 2 roughing the kicker penalties, and they do need to get in control of this ball because they are trailing by 2 scores.
They're down 12-0 with 8:46 left here in the 4th quarter. Janicki's kick bounces up to Wonder at the 42, and he's going to be smothered right at that point as 2 of the Wing Lions, Daly and Reagan, got to him. With a break in the action, the score, the Wing Lions 12, the Rams nothing. Aluminum Product Sales Company offers a complete selection of vinyl and aluminum siding, awnings, and many other home improvement products. At APSCO, we have new Prime Vinyl, the premium vinyl replacement window by Seasonal Industries. It's the ultimate in modern weather protection and fuel economy. All vinyl windows mean heating and cooling savings because vinyl is a natural insulator. APSCO also does custom siding and trim work. Call us today for all your home improvement needs. APSCO, a 36-year-old business built by quality work and products. Back here at Coach Mick Stadium in Lower Pottsgrove, Denny Petro along with Ron Reed. And on the 1st and 10 try for Springford from their own 43, Rick Valreal carries it to the 45 for a gain of 2, making it 2nd and 8 for the Rams, who are down 12-0 to the Winged Lions.
I got it. How many first down?
Mooney, the short drop back, looks for Kolar, number 81, and Kolar, for a split second, had it in his hands, will then simply drop the ball. So the incompletion will make it 3rd and 8 for Springford, with 7:41 remaining in the ball game, and time right now on the side of the Wing Lions.
Andy Mooney did a nice job getting the ball to Kolar. Kolar had trouble getting the grip on the handle, but Mooney was under a lot of pressure there, and he did a real nice job throwing the ball out there.
How many yards rushing for Pius?
Mooney sends Wonder. So wide out to the right. Costello, the wide out to the left side. Mooney chased out of the pocket. There's plenty of running room. And then is finally brought down on a shoestring tackle by Joe Andrews, number 44, after he crosses the midfield stripe. And he might be awfully close to the first down. And we may have a measurement. Will we?
They're going to bring the chains on. If it's not a first down, I would probably think that Springford will go for the 4th down and short.
And while they're going to take the measurement, let's go down inside the PCTV van, the control center, for what happens in the makeup of a telecast here, right here on Channel 11. There you see Mark Pollock behind the console, our producer. There's all various monitors that line up all the shots that he could call up that you see during the course of a game. Again, a lot of activity, the real hubbub of what does happen during a game. Just a brief insight into what does go on during game day. Again, things do get hectic in the truck sometimes. That is Scott Hiley, and Hiley going nowhere as he's brought down on fine tackle by Bob Preston, number 77, the big 6'4", 242-pound senior for the Wing Lions.
He's a hard runner, Hiley. You know, he has those big thighs, and he hits there, and he's tough to bring down when you're one-on-one with him.
loss of a yard on that running attempt. It's 2nd and 11 for Springford, as Mooney brings his Chargers up to the line of scrimmage, which is the 48 of St. Pius X. That's John Hampton, number 84, and Hampton simply stopped as he saw the coverage coming up. Joe Andrews, number 44, the first man to get to him. Also chipping in with an assist was number 78, Mark Yergi.
Scott Hiley and Rick Valerio were doing a nice job blocking at the point of attack over here at the bottom of our picture. They really got in front of the running back and did a nice job holding their blocks.
6:03 left here in the fourth quarter. Wing Lions in the lead, 12-0. Wonder goes wide right, Costello wide left. Mooney.
Against Pottstown. The week before, they were in a very physical game against O&J. So those two games apparently have taken a little bit of their toll and rolling over to this first half so far.
And of course, the Wing Lion defense came through again proudly. They limited Springford to a mere 2 yards on the ground in that second quarter.
Well, anytime you hold an offense to 2 yards rushing in an entire quarter, you're doing an outstanding job. The St. Pius X defense has been good all season, with the exception of 2 poor performances. They've been very difficult to run the football against. Apparently, Springford may look at those charts at halftime, and they might come out winging it in the second half.
Speaking of winging it, we were a bit surprised there in the last play following the roughing the kicker call, which gave the Wing Lions one more try. Carl Janicki really cranked it up. He had that ball over 55 yards in the air. Were you surprised?
Yeah, I was surprised, and I think the primary receiver, Tommy Puflock, was surprised because Tommy's going downfield. He's running as fast as he can. It looked like he hesitated a little bit, and the ball took off, and he just really threw the ball. So I wouldn't be surprised if possibly in the second half we see him crank it up and try to hit Puflock deep.
Well, it's 12-0. Ron and I will be back with third quarter action in just a moment. Whether it's a big party or just a small get-together, make Pat's Beverages your one-stop beverage center. Pat's carries a full line of imported and domestic beers, along with the finest quality soda, chips, pretzels, and fresh roasted peanuts. While you're shopping, be sure to pick up your daily number and lotto tickets. Feel free to talk to any one of our friendly salespeople about your special party needs. Pat's Beverages offers home delivery, and of special interest to tavern owners, Pat's now offers wholesale delivery. Pat's Beverages, 1432 East High Street, Pottstown.
He's only 18 pounds, but the responsibility you have for him weighs much more. A Nationwide agent can help take some of that weight off your shoulders with life insurance that grows as your family grows. All part of Nationwide's blanket protection for you and your family.
Hi, I'm Bob Wigner, your Nationwide representative in Pottstown. Please stop in for all your insurance needs or call us at 323-2142.
Nationwide is on your side.
You'll see more than the latest available Hondas in stock. You'll also see a wide selection of clean and dependable used cars at prices and terms that can fit any budget. And backed by a service department of trained specialists that will keep your car running smoothly and efficiently. So if you're in the market for a used car, make sure your next stop is Pottstown Honda, Route 422 east of Pottstown.
Hi, is this the Turkey Bacon Club?
No, this is the Royal Moose Club. Yeah. Number 242.
Everyone comes to Rack's for the Turkey Bacon Club.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this the Turkey Bacon Club?
No, it's the Happy Harmonizers Club.
The Rack's Turkey Bacon Club. Nutritious all-white turkey, crisp bacon, fresh lettuce, tomatoes, and real mayonnaise on a corn-dusted roll.
Visit Rack's on East High Street in Pottstown or the Gilbertsville Shopping Center.
Back here at Coach Mick Stadium, Denny Petro along with Ron Breed for the second half of action between the Wing Lions of St. Pius X and the Springford Rams. It is 12-0 in favor of the Wing Lions. Both touchdowns scored by Matt Scarbeck. One in the first quarter from 7 yards, the other one in the second quarter from 34 yards away. And let's take a look at that touchdown.
Going to see the second touchdown Matty scores. He's going to be coming outside here in motion. He falls. DiNocenzo does a real nice job following the block and cuts inside. Then he gets to the outside and goes right down the sideline for a real nice touchdown run.
Wing Lions are 5-3. They're shooting for their 6th Chessmont League win of the season, which would create a logjam for that 3rd spot in the Chessmont League. Meanwhile, the Rams trying to keep their head above water. They're below 500 by 2 games entering this contest at 3-5, and unless they can come up with a really enthusiastic second half to get them back into this ball game, it could be a very easy Pius win. Carl Janicki, the man who's calling the signals right now for the Wing Lions in the absence of the injured Jim McCloy, will kick off to start the second half proceedings. Deep man is Jim Wonder. Good kick by Janicki. Taken by Wonder on the 5. Wonder with some running room. Jim Wonder finally brought down as he skirts out to the 35-yard line. Number 82 making the stop, Tom Daly for the Wing Lions. So a good run back by Wonder of 30-plus yards. And it's 1st and 10 Springford as they'll start with their best field position following an exchange.
We'll have the opportunity to see if Springford's made any major changes here as they approach the second half. They look real good returning that kickoff.
Springford at the 34, up to Bell.
Breaking through the line, number 31 is Val Real. And Val Real with a fine run, awfully close to the first down. So the Rams have come out here showing a little bit more spark in themselves than they did in that what really can be classified as a very lackluster first half for the Springford Rams.
Well, they just picked up 10 yards from their first play from the line of scrimmage. It was a real nice run. It was a nice hole there. He hit it real quick and picked up a big first down.
Again, the 3rd quarter is the biggest one defensively for the Wing Lions, who permitted only 13 points all season long. Scott Hiley, number 42, twisting, turning, and fighting for, let's call it 6 yards, bringing up a 2nd down and 4 for the Rams. So they've reeled off 16 yards on 2 fine back-to-back carries by Val Real and Scott Hiley. And the Rams now have the ball in Wing Lion territory at the St. Pius 10th 48-yard line as number 72 for the Wing Lions, Joe Szynski, comes off holding his hand, and he appears to be in a bit of pain.
Scott Hiley with a lot of second effort on that run, breaking some tackles to pick up the 6 yards.
2nd and 4 for the Rams. There was some motion on the left side. It appeared that number 81, Drew Kolar, out of the wingback spot, took a forward step. There's Joe Szynski, number 72, being attended to by Mike Guntick and Bill Scott, the trainers for the Wing Lions. And it appears as though it's the elbow area, or could be a shoulder, the left shoulder of number 72, Joe Szynski.
We also have a shot there at Dr. Jimmy Kane, St. Pius 10th. People are proud to have Jimmy as a graduate of St. Pius 10th. He practices medicine here in the Pottstown community. Always nice to have a graduate come back and help out the teams.
Penalty for illegal motion makes it 2nd and 9 for Springford as the ball goes back to the Ram 46. Play fake. Mooney for Wonder. He had him open there, but the pass is overthrown. Scarbeck, number 26, with a good hit on Wonder to break that attempted pass play up. And Wonder is shaken up, holding his right side as he goes off. Of course, he's not going to go off. He wants to go back to the huddle.
No, you know, if you do get injured and the officials detect it, they do make you sit out of play, but Wonder's coming right back in there. He didn't even have any opportunity to get in the huddle to see what play they're calling.
Still appears to be holding his side as he goes as the wide out to the right. Mooney again, dropping deep, and he's not going to evade number 13, Brian Allen, as Allen comes in to waylay him for a big loss back inside the 35-yard line of Springford. So it'll be 4th and a mile and a half for the Rams, and that means we'll see their punter, Jim Tavener.
Well, what happened on that particular play is they tried to go to that middle screen again, but that time John Andrews, the sophomore linebacker, hung right there, so Mooney could not hit his receiver, and he did have to eat the ball, and it was kind of a smart move by Mooney.
Tavener, the left-footed booter, end-over-end kick. It'll be out of bounds, and they'll spot it right near midfield. So the Wing Lions will pick up good field position and will return with their 1st and 10 with their lead 12-0 over the Rams.
Enter the wonderful world of racquetball at the Pottstown Fitness Club. A game easy to learn, easy to play, and a great way to stay in shape. With 6 official-sized courts, you never have to wait. We have leagues to fit your schedule. If you've ever wanted to learn, now's the time. We also offer aerobic classes, a child care center, separate locker facilities, whirlpool and sauna for men and women, and a fully stocked pro shop. Check out our facilities. We'd love to show you around. The Pottstown Fitness Club, Moser Road and Center Avenue, Pottstown.
On a 1st and 10, Matt Minnick picked up a short yard to the 50-yard line. We're to 2nd and 9 for the Wing Lions. Long count by Janicki. Scarbeck, the ball carrier, cuts back inside and then to the outside right and brought down at the 45-yard line of Springford by number 64, Geis of the Rams. Pickup of 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Wing Lions. There's Jim McCloy on the sidelines in the baseball cap, the injured signal caller of the Wing Lions, out for the remainder of the 84 campaign because of a broken ankle. Another injury there, that is number 64 of the Wing Lions, Greg D'Incenzo. And he is gingerly coming off the field. Let's take a look at the stats.
Well, there's certainly an imbalance in the favor of St. Pius X. There's 138 yards rushing for Pius to 6 for Springford. Total yardage Springford passing 25 to Pius is nothing, but there's a big edge for Pius, 138 to 31. Pius has the control of the first downs, 9 first downs to 2, and they also have control of the football with 8:33 remaining here in the 3rd quarter.
There's Greg D'Incenzo, number 64, being attended to by Mike Guntick and Bill Scott.
This is where injuries begin to take their toll late in the season now. You know, you've played longer, and those little bangs start to turn out to be big bruises, and it's a little easier to get hurt as the season goes on.
Also being attended to on the Wing Lions sideline was number 41, Sean Porecki. And applying some ice to the back of his neck. She took a shot. So, as you said, a long season, and despite the fact that these athletes are rather well conditioned, you are going to have the injuries. Rick's Auto Care is offering a TV special to viewers of PCTV's Chessmont football telecast. Bring your car in for the CAR special. That's complete auto reconditioning, and you'll receive 2 complete car washes absolutely free. Complete auto reconditioning includes Rick's famous car wash by hand, wax and polish, plus detailed interior cleanup and engine steam cleaning. So stop in today at Rick's Auto Care and ask for the CAR TV special. Rick's Auto Care across from the Sanatoga Fire Company, or call 327-2125. That is John Rickey, number 17, in trouble, but he manages to evade the pressure penalty flag on the play as Rickey picked up 2 yards on the carry.
Appeared to me that Joe Szynski was getting downfield, in his haste to make a block, clipped the Springford defender, converting on the ball. Joe got a piece of him, but he got the wrong side.
Well, the Springford defenders are indicating that the penalty is going to go against the Wing Lions, so they'll mark it off from the point of the infraction. It'll be a big one, and that'll bring up a 3rd, and let's call it 17 for the Wing Lions as the ball is back at the 43-yard line of St. Pius X, clipping the call against the Wing Lions.
I'd like to compliment the Springford band. They just had an outstanding performance here at halftime that really enlightened the crowd. Both sides really excited about the band's performance. We have a good shot of Ray Codish, the interim head coach at Springford, while Coach Nypaver was in the hospital. Ray, also the athletic director at Springford.
Scarbeck breaks right up the middle. Scarbeck is going to have more than enough for the first down as he's inside the 40-yard line of Springford. Scott Hiley, number 42, made the stop with an assist from Mike Costello. So the Wing Lions in a hole, and Scarbeck gets them out of it.
The Scarbeck's biorhythms must be up to date because he's really having a spectacular day. Seems every time he's carrying the ball, he's advancing it for sizable gains. It's going to be a draw type delay to Scarbeck. You see him in the split back formations. They have a draw action. He breaks the seam, gets out in the secondary, and breaks a couple tackles to get a nice yardage.
On a 1st and 10 try from the 40-yard line of Springford, penalty flags all over the field as John Rickey took the pitch back from Carl Janicki, and they're going to discuss this penalty with Springford, so it'll be against the Wing Lions.
Game getting a little bit sloppy out there. We've had a lot of penalties here the last couple sequences, you know, and you don't want to have a lot of penalties this late in the season, especially if it's a disciplinary thing such as motion.
All right, later on in his 3rd quarter, I'll be giving Ron an opportunity to come up with his guess for the PCTV trivia question of the game. So it's 1st and 15 following the 5-yard walk-off as the Wing Lions go from the Springford 45. Matt Minnick gets the call and gets back 6 of those yards as he's down to the 39-yard line by Val Real, number 31, with an assist from Doug Kolar, number 51 of the Rams. 2nd and 9 for the Wing Lions. They have a 12-0 lead with 7:25 left to go here in the 3rd quarter.
You know, I can hardly believe I had 2 of the trivia questions in a row correct now, so I'm going for 3 in a row, which would really be a milestone in my short career.
3:13 left in the 2nd quarter. Wing Lions with a 12-0 advantage right now as Keith Hampton, number 84, on the carry for Springford, works the left side and picks up 3 yards. So it'll be 3rd and 7 for the Rams, who need to get something going on a consistent basis offensively if they have any hope of getting back into this ball game. Springford just looks very lifeless out there, Rob.
Well, you know, they had a real tough game 2 weeks ago against O&J, and then they lost a heartbreaker last week to the Trojans, and they got to watch they don't destruct themselves.
That is Mooney. He had Costello open, but the pass away off his mark as the Wing Lions defensive line came up with a lot of pressure. Paul Wheeler, number 83, almost got to Andy Mooney, the Ram quarterback. So the incompletion makes it 4th and 7 for Springford as Tommy Pufnock will drop back to receive the kick of Jim Tavener.
One thing about a football season in the Chessmont League, it's such a long season that so many things can happen. You have to overcome the adversities of injuries. You have to overcome the bad losses because it is a long road to hoe.
Matt Scarbeck joins Pufnock as a pair of double safeties for the Wing Lions. Takes a Springford bounce. Good kick by Tavener to roll inside the 30-yard line, and it's down to that point by Scott Hiley. So the Wing Lions will go to work, 1st and 10 from their own 30. They have a 12-0 lead on a pair of touchdowns by Matt Scarbeck with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left here in the first half. And what has been a primarily defensive struggle because both teams have elected to keep the ball on the ground. The Wing Lions, for the most part, because of the lack of a passing attack with the absence of McCloy, but they've done a fine job of running the ball, and hey, you take it any way you can get it.
Well, they're not going to do anything fancy. If they can, in their mind, if they have a 12-0 lead, they're not going to do anything, you know, foolish at this point.
Scarbeck goes in motion to the top of your screen. Janicki is going to be brought down by Stemler, number 58, who was in the Pius backfield. A lot quicker than Carl Janicki wished that he had been.
You can see outside of O&J and Downingtown, who have the top 2 positions, there is really a scramble there. Many teams, 5, fighting it out for 3rd place. Now, Great Valley and Westchester East both won this weekend so far, so now there's 3 teams left in this scramble.
Matt Minnick on a 2nd and 13 situation gets back the yardage lost. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Wing Lions as John Rickey, number 17, comes back into the Pius lineup, replacing Mike Reagan, number 80. As the two will shuttle all afternoon long, bringing in the offensive plays for Carl Janicki. Pufnock split wide to the right of the Wing Lion quarterback. Scarbeck in motion. Takes the handoff. Has a little bit of running room. Tries to turn the corner against Jim Wonder, but Wonder was there, and he got an assist from Hampton, number 84.
This is a rare thing to see at Coach Mick Stadium, any running backs that exhibit a lot of speed. Scarbeck is one of the rare exceptions that's gone through this place that has the speed to burn it. He does have the ability to go. And Puffnock, this is an unusual team in that Pius does have some good specialty people with speed this season.
4th and 5 for the Wing Lions as Janicki looks to coach Jim Mick before he drops back in punt formation. Standing inside his own 25-yard line. Penalty flag thrown. And don't forget, coming up at halftime, Ron and I will be analyzing the first half of play. Plus, I'll have an interview with Ed Scarbeck, the president of the Pottstown Borough Council. And we'll be talking about cable television and PCTV.
And Ed, also the father of Matty Scarbeck. I'm sure Ed's a very proud father at this point with Matty having a nice touchdown run.
Who knows, we might even talk to him about his son. On 4th and 10, Janicki again brought down, so he got a good boot away. And that's going to roll all the way down to the 10-yard line as Jim Wonder could do nothing but stand there with the hands on his hips routine. But Stemler that time broke in and got the kicker as time has come to the end of the second half of the score. It's St. Pius 10.
We have a penalty on the field here.
Hold on. There was a penalty. It cannot end. It was on the penalty there. We are still here. We have Janicki.
Pius is going to have the ball, Denny, and I think what they're going to do is just sit on the ball. It was a roughing the kicking penalty again. Springford felt, there's no time on the clock. You're either going to get it or you're not going to get it. And now Pius is going to advance the ball some yardage, and I doubt very much whether they'll do anything but just run the clock.
Gets it up to the 26-yard line, so it'll be 3rd and 4 for the Wing Lions.
Well, many times, it's just a great day to spend with the family. You can bring your youngsters out here. It's good. It keeps you young if you're older, just to come out in this environment, the atmosphere. There's an awful lot of spirit for the student body. It's a good student for the families, for the bands. It's just a lot of hoopla surrounding a high school football game, and that's why we welcome everybody to come out and see these things live.
Long count on 3rd and 4. Minnick with the ball, and he has the first down as he stopped at the 31-yard line by number 76, Scott King, the senior tackle on the interior part of that defense for the Rams. So it's 1st and 10 for the Wing Lions as they go from their own 31. Time running down here in the third quarter, and as we come to the end of the third quarter of action, the score, St. Pius 10th 12, Springford nothing.
The 1985 Skidoos are in, and Leisure Equipment's got them. Stop in today at Leisure Equipment, Route 724 in Parker Ford for the preseason sale of 85 Skidoos.
Professional Pharmacy is your complete home health care center in the Pottstown area. We offer a wide range of products and services and consistently lower prices on all prescriptions. Professional Pharmacy also offers the largest selection of convalescent products in the area. We sell and rent wheelchairs, respiratory equipment, hospital beds, and walkers. We even bill Medicare and private insurance companies when eligible. Stop in today and visit our large display area. Professional Pharmacy, where you can trust your health care with us. On the first play of the fourth quarter, the Wing Lions on a 1st and 10 from their own 31. Give it to Matt Scarbeck, and Scarbeck gets it to the 36, a pickup of 5, and it'll be 2nd and 5 for the Wing Lions as Hampton made the hit for Springford. Wing Lions in command right now with a 12-0 lead. Scarbeck following Pyatt. He runs into him and then glances off Pyatt and picks up enough for the first down. Geis, number 64, along with Wonder, number 24, making the stop for Springford. So it could have been a little bit of adversity there as Scarbeck ran into one of his linemen. Pyatt really turned out to be a break for the Wing Lions. They just slid to the outside.
He's having a great day today so far. He's really running the ball with a lot of skill. He's picking up extra yardage and he's breaking some tackles.
On 1st and 10, Matt Minnick, the diminutive rusher for the Wing Lions, gets 2 yards off the left side. Number 81, Drew Kolar, made the hit for Springford. So it'll be 2nd and 8 as the ball is on the 45 of St. Pius X. Tommy Pufnock out and number 80, Mike Reagan, back in for the Wing Lions offensively. Wing Lions trying to up their league mark to 6 and 3. Rams trying to prevent their league record from falling to 3 and 6. Scarbeck in motion. Janicki to Scarbeck. Penalty flag thrown in the direction of the line of scrimmage as Jim Wonder and Kolar combine to make the stop on Scarbeck after he picked up a couple of yards. Ron, any indication of that call?
Well, we're going to have a blocking below the waist type, some type of clipping call on that. And I didn't actually see the clip, but when you have a play going in that direction, somebody apparently cracked back. And it's going to be flagged against Pius. It's going to be a big penalty. It's going to be a 15-yarder.
And while they're marching off the penalty, we'd like to remind you that Ron and I will be hosting the final edition of the 1984 Chessmont Highlights, and that'll be seen this coming Tuesday night at 7 o'clock and Wednesday and Thursday evenings at 6:15 right here on your spot for sports and more, PCTV Channel 11.
Stats yet.
So the penalty walked off for the infraction, blocking below the waist, makes it 2nd and 25 for St. Pius X. Play fake, Janicki cannot evade the heavy rush of Springford as he's wrapped up in the arms of number 51, Doug Kolar.
Well, Kolar and with some assistance from Hampton, they got a real good rush there on Carl Janicki, and Janicki had to eat the ball, otherwise he would
of the community with regard to PCTV and its operation in the brief year and a half since it's gone on air.
I think the general consensus is very well. Naturally, the high school students who participate in the basketball and wrestling and football really enjoy the cable TV network. This has been great for them, and I hope it encourages more people to participate in our local sporting events. I know my children like it. Tomorrow my boy will be watching it all day long, watching him run them 2 touchdowns. And I think that everybody else will like it too.
All right, I believe that one person was Jim Taylor. We just received the word. I know you do want to mention everybody's name correctly and make sure that you did get everybody in there.
Did I mention Jim Taylor?
I think you mentioned James Taylor. Well, anyway, we've got that corrected there. One final question, Ed. The future of PCTV. I know a lot of people know us for sports, but we are more than just sports.
Right. Well, hopefully in the future we'll be able to do a little more than sports. We'll be getting into more news broadcasting, and we now bring a lot of events that happen in the high schools, but hopefully we can get on and mature into a better and bigger things in the future. I'd like to speak a little bit about the program that we have in the high school, which I think is great for these young students who want to get involved in this cable system. And we work on as a vocational class, and it's like shop courses, auto mechanics or machine shop. We now have a vocational training into the cable system, which is great. We had tremendous cooperation with Pottstown High School, and the Borough Council worked hard and long hours to put this together, and I'm certainly proud to be a little part of it anyway.
Well, Ed Scarbeck, thank you very much for stopping by. Ed, the president of the Pottstown Borough Council, and it's nice for him to stop by and chat with us about PCTV. Ron and I will be back to analyze the first half of play. The score, it's the Wing Lions 12 and the Rams nothing. Professional Pharmacy is your complete home health care center in the Pottstown area. We offer a wide range of products and services and consistently lower prices on all prescriptions. Professional Pharmacy also offers the largest selection of convalescent products in the area. We sell and rent wheelchairs, respiratory equipment, hospital beds, and walkers. We even bill Medicare and private insurance companies when eligible. Stop in today and visit our large display area. Professional Pharmacy, where you can trust your health care with us.
General Home Center is your headquarters for complete custom kitchens and baths. At General Home Center, we use only top-of-the-line materials. Our wood custom vanities are made to last at prices more than competitive. Our custom kitchen cabinets come with sturdy half-inch backs providing adjustable shelves. Other services include pre-made kitchens with woodwork in oak, maple, or cherry. Stop in today and visit our beautiful showroom. Talk to one of our experts for a free estimate. General Home Center, where other builders' options are our standards.
Take the time and look us over. Take the time and you will see we're the mall with convenience for your friends and family.
Convenience. That's what shopping Coventry Mall is all about. Over 60 fine stores and services, including Sears, Hess's, and Jefferson Ward. Make up an enjoyable shopping experience. Coventry Mall and Mall South, Route 724 and 100 in Pottstown. Take the time to look us over.
You are about to see an expert panic stop a Peugeot STI the hard way. This Peugeot has just stopped from an indicated 55 miles an hour in less than 120 feet while turning. Peugeot has little tolerance for unsafe cars.
Stop in today and test drive the new Peugeots at A.S. Berman, 2148 East High Street, Pottstown.
I'm standing here with Ron Reed, and Ron, taking a look at that first half, it's a 12-0 Wing Lion lead, and I guess you'd have to say it's the Matt Scarbeck show. He displayed a lot of prowess, bowling right up the middle from 7 yards out for the first Wing Lion score with 1:39 seconds left in that opening quarter, and then he really showed us an extra burst of speed as he ran it home from 34 yards away midway through the second period.
Well, he's had an outstanding first half. He's a fine running back. I think he's improving week to week. He has a lot of speed. A lot of credit has to go to his offensive line. They've done a nice job. He especially looked good on that second touchdown. He ran right off the block of Greg Dinocenzo on the play, and he followed the interference very nicely and really put the burners on. The offensive line, Bobby Preston, Joe Pyatt, Joe Szynski, has done a real nice job opening in some gaping holes, which is a little surprising because Springford does have a nice ball club defensively, especially. I'm a little surprised at Springford's inability to move the football. They did have a very tough loss the week. St. Pius 10th was in a stun, and the Rams ran a middle screen, which was a perfect play to call. But interesting to see what they'll call here.
3rd and 16. Play fake. That's Valreal hauling it in on the left wing. He slips down the one knee, and Joe Pyatt catches up with him from behind after a gain of about 4 yards. So it'll be 4th and 12 for Springford. And that means we should see their kicking team. It is 6-0. The Wing Lions, lone score of the ball game, coming on a 7-yard bolt up the middle by Matt Scarbeck with just 1:39 seconds left to go in the opening quarter. Rams shift back into punt formation. That is Tavener, number 10, to kick it away. Tavener's boot is taken by Scarbeck at his own 28. Looking for a little bit of running room, then just falls forward where he's brought down by Stimler, number 58 of the Rams. With a break in the action, the score, so Wing Lions 6, the Rams nothing.
You are about to see an expert panic stop a Peugeot STI the hard way. This Peugeot has just stopped from an indicated 55 miles an hour in less than 120 feet while turning. Peugeot has little tolerance for unsafe cars.
Stop in today and test drive the new Peugeots at A.S. Berman, 2148 East High Street, Pottstown.
Back to action. The Lions looking at a 2nd and 7 from their own 35. Janicki with the handoff straight ahead to John Rickey, number 17. And he'll pick up, a yard at best. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 5 for the Wing Lions as the ball rests on the 37 of St. Pius X.
Well, up to this point, the game is pretty indicative of what we felt, Denny, that there's really a power struggle on the line of scrimmages. Neither team, especially Pius, putting the ball in the air too often. They've only put the ball up once.
Penalty flags fly before the snap. Springford players pointing at the Wing Lions offensive line. It appeared that the left tackle came up out of his three-point stance. And while they're marching off the penalty against the Wing Lions, hey folks, for all your lumber needs, architectural millwork, stock millwork, doors or wood supplies, stop in or call Frederick Brothers at Hanover and East Streets in Pottstown. That's Frederick Brothers, Hanover and East Streets, Pottstown, for all your lumber needs. Ball is back at the 30 where it is 3rd and 11 for St. Pius X. Scarbeck goes in motion to the near side. Pitch to John Rickey, and Rickey going nowhere as number 31 of the Rams, Rick Valrio, came up to put the hit on him. In fact, a loss of about another yard, so it'll be 4th and 12 for the Wing Lions. And that should bring on the Wing Lion punting team as Carl Janicki, now filling in as the quarterback, will drop back to kick it away, standing at about his own 18. Jim Wonder, a dangerous return man for Springford, is the deep safety for the Rams. Good pressure by the Rams. Janicki was down. Penalty flag dropped in the vicinity. What appeared to be perhaps a roughing the kicker call as Wonder just watches it roll inside the Springford 30.
Well, it's going to be a roughing the kicking penalty. Scott King came in. He had a nice penetration. He got close to the football, but if you don't get a piece of the ball, it's going to be a roughing. We're going to see the play come up here very shortly. We're going to have Scott King, number 76, for the Rams, will be coming from the outside, his right at the bottom of the screen here. He's close here to hitting the ball, but just as his follow through, he knows it. He knew it himself, and it was a costly penalty because it gives the Lions another first down, and they retain possession.
So the penalty is marched off to midfield, which has become a familiar spot this afternoon for both clubs, as we had a good piece of camera work by Dalton Fine on that roughing the kicker penalty. That's Minnick, number 23, and to make the line of scrimmage, it was previously the 45. It is now the 49-yard line of Springford. A gain of 6 by Minnick, making it 2nd and 4 for the St. Pius X Wing Lions.
It was an outstanding run by Minnick. He was hit initially at the line of scrimmage, and he broke 2 tackles and picked up a nice gain.
Second and 4 for the Wing Lions. Scarbeck in motion, taking the handoff, trying to juke around twice, and finally hauled down by Wonder after a gain of about another yard at best. Call it 3rd and 3 for the Wing Lions, as the Rams had some good coverage to the far outside. There's a shot of our PCTV banner. Mr. Tim O'Connor had a big part in getting that put together for us, as well as the new press facilities here at St. Pius X. And of course, we'd like to thank all the people for helping put that together, including one of our producers, Frank Patero, and G&F Construction. That is Matt Minnick running hard. And I'll tell you, he carried Joe Stimler for about 3 yards.
It's a very hard. He's a tough guy, little fellow to get a shot at, a good shot at. He and Ricky are not that large running backs, and you don't really get a full shot at them. They're kind of slicing type runners.
It's enough for a Wing Lion first down. And before they break the huddle again, we would like to thank the administration here at St. Pius X, and again George Reamy of G&F Construction for all their hard work and their dedication in getting these new facilities put together for us, as well as other members of the media. Matt Minnick slanting off the left side behind a nice block from Mike Reagan. And And he reels off 7 yards, bringing up a 2nd and 3 for the Wing Lions as the ball is spotted at the 38-yard line of Springford.
Well, the Lions are having a lot of success going over their big tackles. Number 77, Preston, who's back in action again, and they're getting some good blocking out of John Yerge, their fine tight end.
That is Ricky, number 17, and he dives for what appears to be another Wing Lion first down as he is close to the 32 of Springford. And it will be enough for a first down as the Wing Lions again just chewing up the yardage and the clock with a nice drive via the rushing route.
Continuing on that offensive line, DiNincenzo, Pyatt, all the offensive linemen doing a real nice job so far in this ball game.
On 1st and 10, Scarbeck out of the wing back spot, has some running room, going for the corner of the end zone, and he's in for the score.
Well, he's the game breaker. He's the burner. He can burn down the field. He gets in that seam, and then he goes. He puts a couple moves on, and nobody's going to catch Matty Scarbeck when he gets some room.
A 34-yard run from scrimmage for a touchdown, making the count the Wing Lions 12, Springford nothing, and for Scarbeck his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. Carl Janicki will attempt a point after. Or are they lining up for 2? They're going to go for 2. Janicki gives it to Ricky. Ricky fighting hard up the middle, and I believe he's going to be stopped shy by about a half yard. So the 2-point try fails, and with a break in the action to score, it's St. Pius 10, 12, Springford nothing.
The National Bank of Boyertown has been a banking leader for more than 100 years. With them, the customer always comes first. See the professional staff at National Boyertown for checking and savings plans, IRAs, and all your investment needs. At National Boyertown, you're going with a team that knows the score. So take it from me, Pete Retzlaff. You'll be a winner when you bank with National Bank of Boyertown.
3:42 left here in the 2nd quarter as the Lions cap a 67-yard drive in 12 plays. The capping play being a 34-yard run from scrimmage by Matt Scarbeck for his 2nd touchdown of the ball game. The 2-point try failed, so it's 12-0 Wing Lions. Carl Janicki's kickoff, fine boot taken at the 10-yard line by Jim Wonder. Wonder slips, and his knee touched at around the, let's say, the 22-yard line. Let's take another look at the Scarbeck touchdown.
We said earlier, Matty Scarbeck can burn it. You can see him on the left side of the screen. He's going to come around from his left position here, his wing. He's in motion. They're going to hand the ball off to him. He's following his guard, and DiNincenzo, and he gets into the seam, makes a nice cut right down the sideline in a real fine run, and give a lot of credit to his offensive line, including number 64, DiNincenzo, for fine upfield blocking.
Ball spotted officially at the 23-yard line as Mooney with the play fake on 1st and 10 goes across the middle for Costello. Penalty flags fly, and I believe they're going to call Tommy Pufnock for an interference as it looked like he got his arms around him a bit earlier than the arrival of the ball.
And that's a rare play by Tommy Pufnock. Tommy usually plays the ball at the highest point, and that time he didn't. He played the man. He played him around the waist. Apparently thought the guy caught the ball and was trying to strip it.
All right, they're going to rule around. No penalty there, as the official picked up the flag and then waved it off.
Apparently they're not going to call that, feeling that that ball was uncatchable from the point. I really don't quite understand the call, whether it was an inadvertent flag or not.
This weekend, this far in November, as they take a measurement for the first down. The officials for this afternoon's game, the referee is Bill Buchanan. Harry Dawson is the umpire. Will Coopersmith, the linesman, Jack Bozart, the line judge, and Alex Davidson, the back judge. And there you saw the indication of the referee that it was a Wing Lion first down. So it's 1st and 10 for St. Pius. The ball spotted at the 34-yard line of the Winged Lions. Tommy Pufnock is split wide to the left. And let's pick up the ball carrier. I believe it was number 17, John Ricky. Ricky getting up off the bottom of the pile as number 84, Hampton, was the man who made the hit for the Rams. Pickup will be 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 for St. Pius.
Wing Lions run that Delaware wing T. They try to do a lot of trapping, a lot of leading, a lot of misdirection play.
Back split behind Janicki. Shift by the Ram defense. And a Skarbek on the misdirection. And Skarbek up over the 42 to 42-yard line. First man to get to him was number 81, Drew Kolar of Springford. Pickup of 6 yards on that carry by Skarbek. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Wing Lions. The ball just shy of their own 42.
Matty Skarbek, a junior, showing a lot of improvement week to week. He really has a lot of speed. He and Pufnock are the two speedsters on the Wing Lion offense.
Wing back is Skarbek, number 26, on 3rd and 2. Janicki. Pass is picked off by the Rams. Hampton. Check that was number 64, Geis. As Janicki that time tried to find Pufnock open, and Geis just stepped right in front of it. So an early turnover gives Springford excellent field position at the St. Pius 10, 30-yard line.
Well, that was a 3rd down and about 4 yards to go. They tried to hit the sideline there, and it just shows the inexperience of the quarterback. He didn't have his feet set. He threw the ball right to the Springford defender.
Andy Mooney calling the signals for the Rams. The handoff goes to Scott Hiley. Hiley fights for about 3 yards off the right side. As we're going to take another look at that interception by Geis of Springford.
Looking at that pass interception on the previous play, we see them take a long count. They throw the ball. It's very wobbly. They're trying to hit receiver just for the 1st down, and the pass kind of loses. The quarterback kind of lost the handle on the ball as he delivered the ball.
Jim Wonder, the wideout split to the far right. Pitch back goes to Scott Hiley, and Hiley's going to be hauled down for a loss of a couple yards on the play by number 78, Mark Yerge of the Wing Lions. Good defensive play by Yerge to stop Hiley as he tried to turn it upfield on the right side.
Mark Yerge making good inside penetration from his linebacker position, makes the initial contact, and the Wing Lions converted well on defense and held Springford to no gain at all.
It'll be a loss of a yard, so it's 3rd and 9 for the Rams. That is Wonder on the end around. Cuts it inside, and then he's going to be brought down by John Yerge, number 81, as he gets it across the 32, about the 28-yard line. It'll be 4th and 7 for the Rams as Andy Mooney calls to the far sideline for the next play. There's a shot of Jim Wonder, number 24, going off the field, a bit dejected as he had a little bit of room, but the Pius defense came up quickly on the coverage. Big number 70 in your picture there is the Rams' Mike Wasco. Tips the scales at 300 pounds and stands a petite 6'7". On 4th and long, that is Hampton, number 84 for the Rams, and he is going to be dropped way shy of the 1st down as number 81, John Yerge, again with a fine defensive play, making the stop for the Wing Lions. There's a break in the action. We're in the 1st quarter. The score, 0-0.
Pottstown Volkswagen proudly introduces the all-new and exciting 1985 Golf, the new definition of hatchbacks, designed for those who seek spirited performance with a comfortable ride in a spacious interior. Also, the new 1985 Jetta, designed with sophisticated engineering features, outstanding road handling, and exceptional comfort and roominess. And the 1985 Quantum Wagon, that handles crisply and performs superbly with an extremely spacious cargo area and sedan-like comfort. See all the new 1985 Volkswagens today at Pottstown Volkswagen.
Back here with 1st quarter action at Coach Mick Stadium in Lower Pottsgrove. Wing Lions on a 1st down try from their own 25-yard line. Give it to Matt Minnick, and Minnick picks up 6 yards on the carry to make it 2nd and 4 from the 31 of St. Pius Tech.
For formality's sake.
All right, the ball's moved on the penalty to the 45 of the Wing Lions. Again, Joe Stemler broke in there, number 58, and got to Janicki. Going for the ball, but he got more of Janicki than he did in his attempt to block the kick. Wing Lions on the trip right. As Janicki going to put it up top. Going deep downfield for Pufnock, but the pass way overthrown, and that is the end of the 1st half. With the score, the St. Pius 10th Wing Lions 12 and the Springford Rams 0. We'll be back with our halftime festivities in just a moment.
Enter the wonderful world of racquetball at the Pottstown Fitness Club. A game easy to learn, easy to play, and a great way to stay in shape. With 6 official-sized courts, you never have to wait. We have leagues to fit your schedule. If you ever wanted to learn, now's the time. We also offer aerobic classes, a child care center, separate locker facilities, whirlpool and sauna for men and women, and a fully stocked pro shop. Check out our facilities. We'd love to show you around. The Pottstown Fitness Club, Moser Road and Center Avenue, Pottstown.
Aluminum Product Sales Company offers a complete selection of vinyl and aluminum siding, awnings, and many other home improvement products. At APSCO, we have new Prime Vinyl, the premium vinyl replacement window by Seasonal Industries. It's the ultimate in modern weather protection and fuel economy. All vinyl windows mean heating and cooling savings because vinyl is a natural insulator. APSCO also does custom siding and trim work. Call us today for all your home improvement needs. APSCO, a 36-year-old business built by quality work and products.
Listen up. I'll meet you in Philly. Philly? That's right, kid. You heard me. Philly.
Everybody goes to Rack's with a Philly beef and cheese sandwich.
2 Phillies?
Juicy roast beef, Swiss cheese, sauteed mushrooms, peppers, and onions. And only at Rack's.
Surely, I'd rather Rack's. Wouldn't you?
Visit Rack's on East High Street in Pottstown or at the Gilbertsville Shopping Center. Still brand new 84 Ski-Doos with full warranty available. Check out our preseason sale today at Leisure Equipment, your all-purpose fun center.
Get the extra security of push-button on-demand four-wheel drive, plus the convenience of automatic transmission in the Subaru GL wagon. Or get the same extra measure of safety and traction in the roomy, luxurious four-door GL sedan, backed by factory-trained mechanics for the type of service and expertise you expect. For durability, reliability, and quality that's unexcelled, stop in at Pottstown Subaru and see the new and used line of Subarus. Subaru, inexpensive and built to stay that way. Back here at halftime at Coach Mick Stadium in Lower Pottsgrove, it is 12-0 in favor of the Wing Lions. And my guest here at halftime is Ed Scarbeck, the president of the Pottstown Borough Council. And Ed, pleasure having you here with us this afternoon. I know it's a pleasant first half for the Scarbeck family because your son scored 2 touchdowns.
It sure is, Denny. I was glad to see him accelerate so well on that second touchdown. He did real well.
So it should be a big Saturday night at the Scarbeck Castle. Maybe you even feed him, huh?
We'll even feed him tonight.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Pottstown Community TV. A lot of people might have a misconception out there that we are part of the Pottstown Suburban Cable Company. Maybe you can explain the difference between PCTV and Pottstown Suburban Cable.
Well, what people don't know out there and they don't understand is that the Pottstown Channel 11 station belongs to the borough of Pottstown and the people of Pottstown. And we spent a great deal of time working with the Cable Commission, and I like to spend a little time talking about the Cable Commission, who did a real stand-up job in supporting our local cable TV. And they spent a lot of hours working with Jerry Lemphis, and I don't have to tell you how many frustrating hours they were, because they were. And finally, we put together what we have now, our Channel 11, Pottstown's own cable TV station. This belongs to the people of Pottstown. This is our local sound off and complaint station, or whatever you want to call it, and then people can come out here and voice some opinions and get on our own cable TV. And I'd like to mention some of the people who were on the cable TV commission that I think did a stand-up job, and I hope I don't forget anybody. We have Frank Patara Jr. there, James Taylor, Mark C. Pollack, Lemon Stevenson, Juanita Elliott, Larry Martek, Janice McKay Babin, Mush Bechtel III, who is no longer on it, but he spent a great deal of time working with the Cable Commission, and Ali Hauk. I hope I didn't forget anybody, but those people spent a lot of time and helped formulating and making policy that we have now that's got this our own station here.
What's the general just play it well close to the vest. They realize that they do not have the multi-talented Jimmy McCloy calling the signals, but Carl Janicki has been more than effective last week, and he's doing a fine job thus far. She's got the Lions on the move. 1st and 10 from inside the Ram 15. Matt Minnick one more time, number 23. He's going to be mighty tired by halftime the way he's gone, Ron.
Sometimes you take a key player out like Jim McCloy and also John Chernesky. You take key players out of a ball game, and the other players have to rise to the occasion. The offensive line of the Wing Lions is doing a real good job right now, handling a very good defense of the Springford team.
Ball is at the Rams 7. Matt Scarback right up the middle, touchdown, Wing Lions. Matt Scarback from 7 yards away took it right up the gut. And the Wing Lions break on top 6-0. So a superb drive, Ron, as the Lions kept it on the ground, effectively using Scarbeck and Minnick. And Scarbeck finishes off the drive with a burst from 7 yards out to give the Wing Lions a 6-0 lead, as Carl Janicki will attempt the extra point out of the hold of John Rickey. His kick is up. And is it good? No, it is wide to the left side. So with 1:39 left in the first quarter, it's St. Pius 10-6, Springford nothing.
Take the time and look us over. Take the time and you will see we're the mall with convenience for your friends and family.
Convenience. That's what shopping Coventry Mall is all about. Over 60 fine stores and services, including Sears, Hess's, and Jefferson Ward. Make up an enjoyable shopping experience. Coventry Mall and Mall South, Route 724 and 100 in Pottstown. Take the time to look us over.
1:39 remaining to be played here in the first quarter. Coach Mick Stadium in Lower Pottsgrove with the Wing Lions holding a 6-0 lead. That coming on a 7-yard touchdown run by Matt Scarbeck following a nice drive put together by the Wing Lions. Janicki's kickoff will be taken by number 10, Jim Tavener, at his own 25, and Tavener gets up only to the 30-yard line, a run back of 4 yards. Well, let's take a look at the touchdown by Scarbeck.
We're going to see Scarbeck just go right over his left side, and he just really gets through the seam there, does a real nice job. There's a nice little seam there for him. And Scarbeck is emerging every week. He's getting better, I think, and he's really picking up some speed.
So the Rams have it, trailing 6-0, 1st and 10 at their own 30. Andy Mooney, number 14, is the quarterback. Little or no gain on that play, and one more look at the Scarbeck TD.
You see Scarbeck in the up back position. We're going to just take the straight handoff. He's just a nice hole there for him, and he gets his head down, and he goes right up the gut. And real nice job by the offensive line and by Matty Scarbeck getting into the end zone.
Under a minute to go here in the opening stanza, as it's 2nd and 8. Mooney with the quick toss on the right side to Mike Costello, number 44. Awfully close to the first down. All right, it'll bring up a 3rd and short for Springford. And while they're assessing this situation, we'd like to remind you that the St. Pius 10th Bazaar, the annual bazaar, will take place Sunday, November 18th between 11 a.m. and 5 p.m. at the St. Pius 10th Gym. There'll be ethnic foods, crafts of all sorts, fun and games, plus a chance to win Care Bears, Cabbage Patch Kids, and bicycles. And wouldn't that be great in time for Christmas? So get out and support the St. Pius 10th Bazaar Sunday, November 18th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the high school gym. Costello did manage to pick up a first down by the nose of the football as the Rams go 1st and 10 from their own 41-yard line. Time running out here in the opening quarter, just 19 seconds left, as Scott Hiley took it on a 1st and 10 carry and picked up just 2 yards against that tough Pius defense.
That Andy Mooney's a nice veteran quarterback. He has good range. He's 6'4", 192 pounds, has experience, and on that second down play had showed a nice release when he threw the ball to Hiley. He gets the ball off quickly, and that gives the Lion defense some problems in that they have trouble getting to him.
Doug Kolar, number 51, the man over the ball for Springford. Mooney has Hiley as the lone setback. Looking for the quick toss, and he won't get it away as John Yerge, number 81, swarmed all over him to dump him for a loss of about 5. So that'll bring up a 3rd and 13. We'll return with second quarter action. The score, Wing Lions 6-4-0.
A lot of homeowners insurance doesn't cover damage to dwellings from paint spills. Nationwide's Elite Homeowners Insurance does. A local Nationwide agent can tell you about the other mishaps it covers too. For only a few dollars a month, it can save you a lot. Part of Nationwide's blanket protection for your family or business.
Hi, I'm Bob Wigner, your Nationwide representative in Pottstown. Please stop in for all your insurance needs or call us at 323-2142.
Nationwide is on your side. At Pat's Beverages, you get more than just friendly service. With over 100 imported beers from Aegean to Zitver, as well as the popular domestic beers in kegs or cases. Pat's Beverages always maintains a well-stocked inventory, including your favorite sodas, chips, pretzels, and the freshest hot roasted peanuts around. Also, Pennsylvania's Daily Number, Lotto, or Instant Ticket. Always ample parking, open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Pat's Beverages, 1432 High Street, Pottstown.
Back here at Coach Mick Stadium in Lower Pottsgrove, we're going to take a look at a play that occurred right near the end of that first quarter.
We're going to see Mooney looking for his receiver, but is covered. He was jammed at the line of scrimmage, so the Lion defense does a nice job converting on Mooney. Mooney, on the other hand, did a good job not throwing the ball away because they jammed his intended receiver right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, of course, what transpired on the first play of the second quarter was that Mooney hit Hampton, number 84. His wing back on a screen, and Hampton picked up 14 yards for a first down. So the Rams have it right at midfield, 1st and 10, as we begin the early moments of the second quarter. 6-0, Wing Lions in the lead. Penalty flags fly as Hampton takes the pitch back from Mooney, and a possible illegal procedure call against Springford. There's a good shot of the Wing Lion defense. There's number 71, Joe Pyatt, in your picture.
Total 12, right?
He will.
First down. Turnover.
The illegal procedure, the call against the Rams, the 5-yard penalty, marches it back to their own 45-yard line, where it is now 1st and 15. Wing Lions playing basically what appears to be an 8-man front. Hampton on that same play, and it was smelled out by number 44 of the Wing Lions, Joe Andrews. Andrews came knifing right through there, right past big number 70, Wasco. And I'll tell you, he's a big guy.
Yeah, Wasco's a big kid. It looked like he was pulling a little bit, and Andrews, playing the right linebacker, was coming as the lineman pulled. He filled in that seam. The Wing Lions have 2 underclassmen at linebacker position. They have a real nice-looking prospect in Yerge, and Andrews only a sophomore.
So to 2nd and 16, Mooney across the middle for Wonder. He has it, the pass complete, and Mooney gets back a big chunk of that yardage, caused by the loss of yardage because of a penalty and a runner being thrown for a loss.
Taking a look at the first quarter statistics, we see a big advantage for the St. Pius 10th with 74 yards rushing to Springford's 4. Neither team has many yards passing. Springford the edge, 8 yards to nothing. So total yards gives Pius the big advantage, 74-12, and the advantage on the scoreboard, 6-0.
That was an 11-yard gain. It's 3rd and 5. Mooney being harassed. Looks for Hampton. He has it, and Hampton has it up for the Springford first down. So Mooney that time forced out of the pocket. He had a scramble, and Hampton picks up what appears to be enough yardage for another Springford first down.
It's a flag on the play. It appeared to me that somewhere back in the secondary they're going to make a call. It was away from the action. They're going to call an illegal receiver downfield.
All right, well, that, of course, is a penalty that the Wing Lions should take, as they're discussing the options right now with John Ritchie.
That's a difficult play there because Mooney was under a lot of pressure by the Lion defense, and Hampton slipped out of the backfield, and Mooney was fortunate to get the ball to him, but it hurt the linemen because they didn't realize that their quarterback was still trying to throw.
This reminder, any use of the pictures, descriptions, video, or audio portions of this program without the expressed written consent of the Borough of Pottstown-Keyville TV Commission and the St. Pius X High School is prohibited. So the penalty will be marked off from the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 16 again for Springford, as Mooney has been able to rally him twice from huge deficits for first downs. But of course, you can't play that style of ball all day, fall behind, rally for a first down, because you're not going to be able to move the ball downfield consistently.
No, the last time the Rams were in this 3rd and long situation,
and you will see we're the mall with convenience for your friends and family.
Convenience. That's what shopping Coventry Mall is all about. Over 60 fine stores and services, including Sears, Hess's, and Jefferson Ward. Make up an enjoyable shopping experience. Coventry Mall and Mall South, Route 724 and 100 in Pottstown. Take the time to look us over.
General Home Center is your headquarters for complete custom kitchens and baths. At General Home Center, we use only top-of-the-line materials. Our wood custom vanities are made to last at prices more than competitive. Our custom kitchen cabinets come with sturdy half-inch backs providing adjustable shelves. Other services include pre-made kitchens with woodwork in oak, maple, or cherry. Stop in today and visit our beautiful showroom. Talk to one of our experts for a free estimate. General Home Center, where other builders' options are our standards.
Professional Pharmacy is your complete home health care center in the Pottstown area. We offer a wide range of products and services and consistently lower prices on all prescriptions. Professional Pharmacy also offers the largest selection of convalescent products in the area. We sell and rent wheelchairs, respiratory equipment, hospital beds, and walkers. We even bill Medicare and private insurance companies when eligible. Stop in today and visit our large display area. Professional Pharmacy, where you can trust your health care with us. Aluminum Product Sales Company offers a complete selection of vinyl and aluminum siding, awnings, and many other home improvement products. At APSCO, we have new Prime Vinyl, the premium vinyl replacement window by Seasonal Industries. It's the ultimate in modern weather protection and fuel economy. All vinyl windows mean heating and cooling savings because vinyl is a natural insulator. APSCO also does custom siding and trim work. Call us today for all your home improvement needs. APSCO, a 36-year-old business built by quality work and products. From Coach Mick Stadium in Lower Pottsgrove, PCTV Sports presents the St. Pius X Wing Lions and the Springford Rams. Hi, everyone. I'm Denny Petro, along with Ron Reed. And Ron, this afternoon, the Wing Lions, of course, will be without their premier quarterback, Jim McCloy, who was injured a couple of weeks ago against Coatesville since we last saw the Wing Lions. He's out with an ankle injury. Mike Hale, we understand, is going to miss the remainder of the season with a knee. And John Chernesky, the big fullback, is out with the flu this afternoon. So that leaves Pius with a rather small backfield.
Well, they're going to be very small in the backfield. They have to move Minnick to fullback, who's about 130 pounds. Certainly when you lose two veteran seniors in your backfield, the caliber of John Chernesky and Jim McCloy, you're going to be giving up a lot. The St. Pius X is going to have to try to put the ball up from time to time. And again, they're a little weaker at quarterback, losing Jimmy McCloy. Springford, on the other hand, we had the opportunity to see them 2 weeks ago. They got beat up pretty good at O&J. They bounced back. They played Pottstown Trojans real tough in a very close-fought ball game that they lost. And I look for a very interesting ball game today.
Well, we understand that Steve Vanderslice, who was alternating at quarterback with Andy Mooney, is going to be out with a cracked rib, which he suffered in that game against O&J Roberts. And that'll leave Andy Mooney, who's a big guy at quarterback. But the Springford defense has come along nicely this year. Even though the Rams are 3-5 in Chestmont Lake play, they could pose a potential threat this afternoon to the Pius offense.
Well, Springford has 3 wins in the Chestmont League, but it's they're better than a 3-win ball club. They've had some real tough ball games. They played very well on occasion. They showed one night I saw them upset Coatesville Red Raiders, and they really played superbly. So they have to be a very fine ball club. Losing a quarterback, again, they were flip-flopping quarterbacks, but I think their quarterback, Mooney, is a nice athlete. He has a real fine receiver in Jim Wonder, and Springford could be very dangerous to the Wing Lions.
Well, let's see what happens this afternoon on this brisk November afternoon. Ron and I will be back with the opening kickoff in just a moment.
Hi, is this the Turkey Bacon Club?
No, this is the Royal Moose Club. Yeah. Number 242.
Everyone comes to Rax for the Turkey Bacon Club.
Excuse me, ma'am. Is this the Turkey Bacon Club?
No. It's the Happy Harmonizers Club.
The Rax Turkey Bacon Club. Nutritious all-white turkey, crisp bacon, fresh lettuce, tomatoes, and real mayonnaise on a corn-dusted roll.
Visit Rax on East High Street in Pottstown or at the Gilbertsville Shopping Center.
Hi, I'm Pete Retzloff. You know, banking's not too much different than football. Like my former team, the Philadelphia Eagles, National Bank of Boyertown is also a pro. Right here at the Sunnybrook office at the east end of Pottstown, you can talk to their banking staff about a full range of personal and business banking services, and you can get a loan for just about anything. Cars, trucks, home repairs, and yes, home mortgages too. So for all your financial needs, National Bank of Boyertown is the team that will make you a winner.
Enter the wonderful world of racquetball at the Pottstown Fitness Club. A game easy to learn, easy to play, and a great way to stay in shape. With 6 official-sized courts, you never have to wait. We have leagues to fit your schedule. If you've ever wanted to learn, now's the time. We also offer aerobic classes, a child care center, separate locker facilities, whirlpool and sauna for men and women, and a fully stocked pro shop. Check out our facilities. We'd love to show you around. The Pottstown Fitness Club, Moser Road and Center Avenue, Pottstown.
You know, I used to spend my fall and winter weekends sitting home watching TV. Until my friend Sam told me about three-wheeling and getting outdoors in the fresh air. Sam also told me that Kawasaki makes the most dependable and durable three-wheeler around. So I went down to Leisure Equipment to check them out. Made a fantastic deal on a KD 250. Couldn't believe the low prices. Let's face it, Sam was right. By the way, meet Sam.
See all the Kawasaki's at Leisure Equipment, Route 724, Parker Ford.
How are you going to spend your weekends?
The Wing Lions have won the toss of the coin and have elected to receive to begin this afternoon's game. They are in their home Navy jerseys with the gold numerals and white pants. They'll be moving from our left to our right here in the opening quarter. The Springford Rams in their gold pants, white traveling jerseys with the gold helmets. There's a shot of Jim Mick, the head coach of the Wing Lions, a very intense competitor. trying to fire his charges up along the sidelines here, as dropping deep to receive for St. Pius X will be number 26, Matt Scarbeck. Number 42, Scott Hiley will kick off for the Rams. Rams are 3-5 in Chessmont League play. The Wing Lions 5-3, coming off a 12-7 win over Westchester Henderson a week ago. This is the final home appearance of the Wing Lions here in '84, and a very enthusiastic crowd on hand here this afternoon at Coach Mick Stadium. Hiley's kickoff. Line drive attempt. Picked up by Scarbeck at his own 10. Up the right sideline, and Scarbeck is run out of bounds by number 58, Joe Stimler. The Wing Lions will have it just over their own 21-yard line to start things 1st and 10.
Both teams very large for high school football. They both of the Springford Rams and the Wing Lions field some very large offensive and defensive linemen. It should be a real power struggle today.
Carl Janicki, number 27, is the man who calls the signals and taking the place of the injured Jim McCloy, who broke his ankle against Coatesville 2 weeks ago and will miss the remainder of this season. That is number 23, Matt Minnick, getting the call on 1st and 10. And Minnick up close to the 30-yard line. A pickup of 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Winged Lions.
Springford's defense doing a lot of shifting around out there right now. They're trying to confuse the Wing Lion offense, realizing that the Wing Lions have 2 key veterans out of the backfield.
John Reagan, check that, Mike Reagan, number 80, is split wide to the left of Janicki, as Minnick once again gets the call and runs it close to the first down line. They must get it to the 33 for the first down, and they're going to take a look at it right now as he's awfully close to it. Simply gorgeous afternoon. This weather pattern that's been following us is extended one more time off the left side, and he's brought down by number 42, Scott Hiley. The Wing Lions being a bit conservative, keeping it on the ground, and could it be primarily because of maybe the lack of air prowess that the Wing Lions have with Carl Janicki at quarterback?
Well, the Wing Lions have put the ball up one time, and the time they put it up set Springford Rams up in nice field position. Apparently, they don't have a lot of confidence yet in Janicki throwing the football.
Gain of a yard on that play. It's 3rd and 3. Scarbeck trying to cut around the right side. A penalty flag thrown, and perhaps a late hit on the play, as Jim Wonder, number 24, with an assist from Val Real, number 31, making the hit for Springford. And it's going to go against Springford for unsportsmanlike conduct. A late hit on the play.
You see, the Lions have been very tenacious defensively. They've been giving their opponents an average of 11.9 points per game. On the other hand, scoring almost 22 points. They've had 2 poor defensive performances, one against the Coatesville Red Raiders and opening Chessmont season against the Wildcats of O&J. Outside of that, they've been very good defensively.
Penalty was for a face mask call against Springford. The foul marked off to the midfield stripe where the Wing Lions have it 1st and 10, and Matt Minnick on the carry gets it just over the nose of the 50-yard line for a gain of about a half a yard. Call it 2nd and 9 for St. Pius. We're in the first quarter. 5:22 remaining, and there's no score between the Wing Lions and the Rams of Springford. Scarbeck goes in motion to the near side. Matt Minnick, and he's been a real workhorse as he's touched the ball. About 80% of the plays that the Wing Lions have had it in their possession thus far. And he'll pick up 4 yards on the carry, bringing up a 3rd and 5 for the Wing Lions.
Now, these are the situations where it's difficult for the offensive coordinators to call the plays in, because if they're not going to throw the ball, they got to come up with something to get that needed 6 yards.
Ram defense over shifting. Janicki on the option with the pitch back to Scarbeck. Scarbeck with some running room, and he's finally met by number 81, Drew Kolar, but not until he picks up the first down close to the Springford 35. Nice run that time by Scarbeck. Just put his head down, saw the corner, and took it.
He has the speed. I think, though, that Carl Janicki has to attack the defender a little bit more there. He got too much depth on that, and I'm sure the coaches would like him to attack and force the defense to convert on him. But Scarbeck did a real nice job getting outside and up the field.
Buff knocked a wide out to the right of Janicki. John Ricky, number 17. And Ricky up over the 30 to the 29. A pickup of 6 yards on the carry, bringing up a 2nd and 4 for St. Pius 10. Wing Lions a week ago defeating Westchester Henderson here at Coach Mick Stadium 12-7 to raise their league record to 5-3, and they're shooting for their 6th win of the afternoon. Should say of the season. And as Ricky one more time, and he is over the 25-yard line, and that should be enough for another Wing Lion first down. Wing Lions, even though they're running the ball today and doing it successfully, have done a good job with it.
I'm sure Coach Bill Rogers, the offensive line coach, is real tickled to have back Big Bob Preston, who's playing left tackle, number 77. He's a fine offensive and defensive player.
Minnick dives over the left side for 4 yards as he runs it close to the 20-yard line. Wing Lions, as we mentioned in the opening, without the services of quarterback Jim McCloy, lost for the remainder of the season with a broken ankle, suffered in the Coatesville game. They're also going to be missing Mike Hale, who is out with a knee injury. Ditto for the remainder of the season. And missing today's ball game is the big fullback Chernesky. Ricky takes the pitch back and picks up 4 more yards as he's close to another Wing Lion first down. A foul shooting basketball contest sponsored by the Pottstown Parks and Recreation Department will be held on Thursday, November 15th at 7 p.m. in the Pottstown Junior High School gym. A 10-pound Thanksgiving turkey will be awarded to the person in each age group who sinks the most foul shots out of 10 tries. Contests will be divided into the following age groups: grades 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9, and 10 to adult. No pre-registration is needed. For additional info, call 323-8200. And on the 3rd and short try, the Lions pick up another first down as they are